So I'm out here with the Gleaner L2, same one we used last year to harvest wheat after the M2 burned up. I got it all topped off with fluids, used a couple gallons of hydraulic fluid for harvest last year, so that's full again. Engine oil's good, coolant level's good. I've already fired it up. I've adjusted some things. I'll show you what I did once I get down from here. Made sure everything works. I gotta fix one wire. Mouse chewed through a wire over there, but that's an easy fix, so I'm gonna fix that, and then I'll show you what I adjusted to set this up for wheat. It was still set up from corn from harvest in the fall, and then we're gonna try to harvest some wheat. They're over, you can't see them, but in the field on the other side of that tree row, harvesting wheat right now. There was hundreds of acres of wheat over there. I just have like 12 acres, nothing much, but I'm gonna get the seed so that way I can plant cover crops and not have to buy seed. Cows are just out there grazing. Not too hot today, cooling off. Evening now. I was out cutting trees this morning. But I'm gonna get to it. All right, there's just a little connector, wire nut cap. Wasn't sure what size I'd need. Smaller one ended up being right. But that's for engaging this clutch here. That runs all the straw walkers and basically everything internal of the combine. So when that wasn't working, nothing was really working. But that's working now. I just twisted them together and tried it, and it worked. So now that I got that on there, should be good to go. Okay, I got the grain head on it. We're going along. Temperature gauge doesn't work, but I got one on the back. It's decently cool out with a nice breeze. I don't think we'll have an overheating problem, but every once in a while you just get out and check on it. Driving back to the field. Like I say, there's not much out here. It's short. The cows grazed it all winter and as it started coming up, but it'll be enough seed to do some cover crop with. But I'll talk to you when I get to the field. Okay, I told you it was weedy. Most of the weeds are actually shorter. You can see it's like almost grass underneath, but we're getting some weed out of it. I got the sieves closed up pretty tight, and none of the weeds have seeded out yet. None of the seeds are mature, so even when we replant this, we don't have to worry about it. There is some good weed over there. I don't know why that grew so much better than this, but you can see it's like green, 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 yellow. Of course, it's the smallest section of the field, but the hopper looks clean. The return isn't too bad. It's mostly just smaller seeds coming back through the return. Like I say, it's not good wheat, but might as well come out here, harvest it a little bit, have something for cover crop, and then disc this up, get something else planted in here. I'm going to do some millet for a food plot, and then I might try to double crop some soybeans in behind it, and some on most of it. Probably half and half. I've never double cropped, so I want to see how it goes. Spending too much time talking to you and not enough paying attention to getting turned around. But that's alright. It is short. There are some heads on it, but the plant itself is short, the seeds are small. But it'll make something. So I'll bring bring you back if anything exciting happens. My auger cart driver showed up, or grain cart driver showed up. That would be my brother. He just pulled a little wagon out here with a four-wheeler. I don't know how much we're actually going to get. Probably only 50 bushel. But 50 bushel will plant quite a few acres of cover crop. And then I still have some left over from last year. So I'll be able to plant quite a few acres. Not a lot, but you can kind of see when the combine's cleaning out, it gets a few more weeds in it. So on top there's more weeds. The rest of it looks more like this, quite a bit cleaner. Not bad. Not a lot, but got the focus. Belt was a little squeaky there. Probably don't rev it up, it's going to go over if you do. Like I say, not a lot of grain, but that'll plant quite a bit of cover crop, and it's better than buying the seed. I probably only spent 4 hours today between getting the combine ready, putting the head on, getting out here, and harvesting the 10 acres. So I don't have a lot of time invested in that. It was already here. And now I think I'm going to try to double crop some soybeans in behind this just to see how they do. They obviously won't yield as good, but I might as well plant something in here. And I got some millet for planting, for dove hunting over. So I'll plant. This is actually close, probably 11 acres. I got an acre over there already disked up that I had set aside for a food plot. Then I'll come in and I'll disc all 13 of these acres up, plant probably 3 acres of millet, and then I have the other 10 to do soybeans in. You can see that grain doesn't look dirty. Pretty clean. Moisture tested it is about 13.5%. Not quite as dry as I'd like for storing in that wagon, but it's only got to be in there for a couple months, and it's going to rain starting at midnight, so better get it out today. Also, in case anybody was wondering, for adjusting the cylinder, I adjusted it down to 1/4 inch. I had the book, half the book, right here. See some mice chewed the front page off, but you don't need those anyways. And then cylinder speed, obviously it's not spinning anymore, but that was 1200. I had it just a little bit under. And fan, I was running it on 4 to start with, and there was some extra stuff getting blown out the back, so I knocked it down to 3. So the fan was on speed 3, cylinder 1200 RPMs, and cylinder gap was 1/4 inch, Then in the back, the sieves, I did a 1/4 inch up for the top ones, and then just a little bit more than that for the bottom, maybe a 1/2 inch. But that's pretty much all the seed now. Still peeing out of there a little bit. We're not gonna do this in straw, like I said, with how weedy it was and how short it was. Not really worth coming out here and spending the time raking it and then baling it to get 10 bales, so. Well, that's all. Got the wheat harvested. Following my brother out of the field now. He's just pulling that little wagon with the 4-wheeler. But we didn't even burn a combine down this year. I'll throw a little video after this of last year when we tried to harvest wheat. So it's actually been exactly 1 year since I had my most popular video ever. It's got to be at 225,000 views. But we used this combine after that. We fixed it up. Used it to harvest wheat last year, and then it made it through harvest this year as well. Wheat harvest, that is. We'll see about regular harvest. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I gave you a little information. Might have not been as interesting of a video as it could have been. My GoPro's down. They quit. It's not a GoPro, it's an off-brand. It's a couple years old. They quit supporting the data it uses, so I can't upload the videos to my phone off of it anymore, so I'll have to be getting a new one of them. But hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, have a good one. Well, fire department's on the way. Driving the combine over to harvest my wheat. It's done. Just burning up. Yep, fire department's on their way. Just fueled it up too. Coming out of both sides. Probably gonna blow that other tire out here pretty soon. Cab's filled with smoke. Dad was driving it. I was bringing a wagon. We were gonna harvest wheat today, but that's obviously not gonna happen. So we're down an M2. Nothing else we can do. We had 2 fire extinguishers. They did nothing. It went so fast. Dad had one in the combine and he sprayed it and it just kept burning. By the time I got here and sprayed it again, I couldn't even put the tire out.